Don't let this guy fool you. Hi again, this is Qasim, a Palestinian, and I just saw this video. And I want to clarify that yes, we do keep rocks inside the Aqsa Mosque. And yes, we do attack the Israeli police. And yes, we do call for fighting Israel. So, wait, are we terrorists or are we not? Firstly, let's ask ourselves, what is the army doing in the first place inside the premises of Al-Aqsa Mosque? It's a place of prayer, they're not needed. But the reason they are inside is to protect the settlers who are trying to invade the premises of Al-Aqsa Mosque for the sole reason of provoking the Muslims who are praying. And the police, instead of keeping these people out, they protect them.
Mosque. Suddenly the soldiers vacated the mosque without any alert. There are many, dozens of people who were injured from the bomb here and the bullets.
That's usually how clashes start with the army. It's not random. And all of this, the clashes and the invasions of the settlers to Al-Aqsa Mosque, is part of a bigger issue, which is Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood. The 500 Palestinians who are facing forced displacement from their houses in a Palestinian neighborhood in Jerusalem, so some settlers can steal these houses and move in, supported by the Israeli government.
Jacob, you know this is not your house.
Yes, but if I go, you don't go back. So what's the problem? What are you yelling at me? I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
But
It's easy to yell at me, but I didn't do this.
you are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
I talked about this issue of Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood in my past video, so I will not go deeper. So, showing this without showing this or that is not fair. But it's okay, because we know that showing this part does not serve your agenda of playing the victim. Look at all the peacemakers of Israel talking about what's happening. None of them are mentioning Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, which is the most important thing that's happening now, and they're just talking about the result, which is what's happening in Al-Aqsa. If you're watching this and you don't know who settlers are, they are simply extremist Jews who come from different parts of the world to live in illegal settlements of Israel in Palestinian territories. They are the Jews that even Israelis themselves hate for their unethical approach and their illegal existence in the Palestinian territories.
It's all it. What you say? In your dream. It's belong to Israel. In your dream. Okay? In your dream. In your dream. Not Palestine. It's finished Palestine.
They're the ones who celebrated yesterday the burning of Al-Aqsa Mosque. And they're the ones who celebrated before the burning of Ali Dawabshe, a 2-year-old baby, and his family. And that's what Israel wants, putting these settlers in Palestinian places so the Palestinians feel the urge to move from their houses, which is never gonna happen because we know that this is our land. For example, just today, this happened, and after the settler ran over the Palestinian man, you know what happened? The police came to protect him. Whereas if it was a Palestinian running over an Israeli citizen, he would have been shot on the spot. And it did happen a few times before. And when you go to Israeli media, that terrorist was labeled the innocent victim of the radical Palestinians. So when Palestinians go to pray in Al-Aqsa Mosque, they keep rocks with them inside the mosque in case they got attacked, and they got attacked. And they use the rocks to protect themselves from the weapons and bombs of the Israeli army, because that's the only weapon we have. And of course, when the attacks happen, they take refuge inside the mosque, because where else will they go if they get attacked during prayer? And yes, we do try our best to document this and this and this, because in Al-Aqsa even journalists are targeted, and we need to document what we can. If George Floyd was not filmed, probably he wouldn't have got justice. And if we Palestinians don't document our oppression, no one will. So many Jews understand this, and they are against your oppression. You have been exposed. Thank you. And I hope by this video you've seen the full story.